All of us as kids are shown the world a certain way. A kid in a very tiny, very poor village in Africa is shown a world that is a lot different than the world I was shown growing up. And a kid who grew up in the 1920s or 30s and was part of the Vanderbilt family, he was shown a different world than mine. If I was born 300 years ago, the world would look a lot different to me then. The point is, we're shown a world. We're shown what's right, we're shown what's wrong, we're shown how we should behave. And at some point, most of us are shown some sort of belief system, some sort of worldview. And it's typically based on the way our parents view the world, and they instill that in their kids. And when you get older, you get to decide for yourself, of course. You learn different things, and you decide for yourself what your worldview is going to be. But for many people, for many kids, it's hard to break out of that. Because if we had a decent childhood with parents who you respect and you trust, you typically keep that going. That's the way that you see the world. That's how I saw the world. My whole life was the way that my parents showed me the world, and I liked it. It's just that one day I asked why, and is that right? Is the way that I was shown the world the right way? Is it the only way? How do I know it's the right way? Up until that point, I had researched other worldviews, other belief systems, but I always researched them and looked at them in this light of my way is right, your way is wrong. I'm learning about your way so I can disprove it. Now, this video isn't about trying to persuade you or change you or make you soften your beliefs. I think beliefs are a good thing, but I think holding on to your faith in such a tight grip to where you won't allow yourself to doubt, which means you won't allow yourself to ask questions. That means that you won't allow yourself to grow your faith any deeper than I don't know what. I don't know why. I find that when people believe in something, the harder they believe in it, the smaller their belief becomes. You start out with an open world, as a new baby, you don't know anything, and then your parents begin to build a world for you and put up walls around things like, this is right, this is wrong. If you do this, this happens. If you do that, then this is good. And then they begin to build in a worldview, a perspective on the world that they have, and it tightens a little bit more. And the more you believe that, the tighter it becomes, because this leaves a lot of room for questions. And so we begin to either block out the questions, or we find ways to defend our worldview, which tightens it up even more. Our way of thinking is right, their way is wrong. So it gets tighter and tighter and smaller and smaller. If you're authentically going to bring doubt into your way of thinking, and then questions, you have to loosen a little bit, because some of the answers or some of the ways around these obstacles that you present yourself when you begin to doubt, they might be found out here. And if our worldview is here, we're never going to find them. Not being willing to open up your perspective enough to allow doubts in so that you can ask questions about why you believe. I don't know that your faith is ever going to grow stronger. It's just going to grow more and more narrow, and in a way more and more shallow. Doubt and questions strengthen our beliefs, or change our beliefs, possibly. So for me, in my life, when I went through, I'm still in it. When I began to doubt, I began to ask questions. Questions I had never thought about before, or if I had, I just kind of let them go because my faith was too strong to ask questions. I don't ask questions about my faith. Because of that, my faith, even though it's much different than it was before, is so much stronger than it ever was before, because it's not founded in, this is just what I believe. I don't know. I had a lot of I don't knows. If I was really pressed for a thing, I don't know. It's just because I believe it. I just believe it. For me, I wanted a faith where my belief is important enough for me to always wrestle with it. because there's always going to be unanswerable questions. There's always going to be new questions. I still am wrestling. I'm still struggling. I have lots of doubt, lots of questions about what I think I believe today. And even in that, I don't really know. Doubtful faith is very difficult at times. But I think you're stronger in them because you've really struggled and wrestled with it. You didn't just believe because you believe. Is that what I'm trying to say? I'm probably never going to release this video. That was the mushiest. I don't even know what that was. If you stuck with me on this video, congratulations. You can tear me apart in the comments. I don't blame you. I don't know what that was. It's funny how the things that I care deepest about, the things that are really the things that matter in my brain, are the things that are the most mushy. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm trying. I don't know. Leave me alone. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.